So this is why people go their whole life wondering, if I hadn't have done this, what would I be? What would I have done? People spend their whole life searching for themselves. So I tell my students, you're lucky enough to know who you are, what you are, and what you're meant to do. Now it's up to you. Are you going to grow into those shoes and walk the walk? Or are you going to run around like an idiot and just talk the talk? Don't tell me about it. Show me. Don't draw a picture of your illusion trying to convince me. Be it. So these are the things I teach. Sometimes I have students walk out, oh, this is too deep, this shit's too deep. Well, I know I struck a nerve. I'm a threat to their ego. They don't want to let go. They're afraid to let go. They don't want to make commitment and sacrifice to evolve and to ascend to a higher level of consciousness. It's too easy to stay where they are. Does this make sense to you, or am I just babbling?
No, I'm thinking we could probably make a whole DVD on you. I love that you're about love, and that's important to you, even with your students. That
Yes,
if they don't have a pureness about them, you don't want to give them these powers or this talent. So
I love every one of my students. I love all people. I may not like some of them, what they do,
sure,
but I still love them. Because the way they came into this world, they were pure. This religion of you inherit your parents' sins, oh, that is so full of shit. And that's just what it is. And I've told ministers to their face, I'm an ordained minister too, and you are full of shit, and so is your religion. When I walked out of being the assistant pastor of the Westward Church of God, I never stepped foot in the church again. Because I learned truth, what goes on behind closed doors. Nothing like what I thought it was. What it is a money maker. They don't care if you believe or not. As long as you keep coming and you keep putting money in that collection plate, and if you don't, you miss 3 weeks in a row, the secretaries type your name on a list. Who hasn't donated in the last month? Then people drop out of the congregation because they're so humiliated. Everybody, they are snooty, have their own little clique. Thou shalt not judge. Oh, really? What in the hell did all of you just do? You put this person having a hard time with a family, just lost their job. All you care about is they didn't give you money. So you're going to humiliate them, embarrass them, so they can't even come to a place they believe in? Now, you want to talk about sin? I don't really believe in sin, but if that was sin, that would have to be it. When I do psychic readings, yes, I see all your secrets, but I don't say everything I see because I'm not going to humiliate you. I'm not going to embarrass you. I did that once in my life, and I have to admit, my ego got involved. The guy came in, he said, you're full of shit. You're telling me that could apply to other people. Well, there's over 7 billion people on this planet. Now, if you want me to sit here and say, you masturbate with a bar of soap when you take a bath, with that little sponge thing that you use for a soap dish, I'll bring it out. You want some more? Fuck you, man. He walked out. Face beat red, his ears were red. I don't do that. But then I felt bad. I'm like, why did I do that? Because I was defending my ego.
yeah.
I could have just said, okay, I'm sorry. You know, I just told you what I see, without having to go into something like that. So, again, that was a lesson for me. 1, control my temper. 2, stomp on my ego some more. You can't truly help someone with a big ego, because usually you do it to feed your ego. That's what they showed me when I died. Your ego always comes first. You have to stomp it down and put it on the back burner. It's not about you. It's about what you do. So I fight my ego every day, or I at least keep it in check. I'm always checking, like, ego, are you in the back seat, or you think you're driving? If it thinks it's driving, I throw its ass back in the trunk. There's no room for it in what I do and who I am. Makes sense.
It makes sense. And the fact that I'm sitting here and I can see Cindy's face while you talk, and she has this like look of like, I'm so proud that I know that I'm associated with this man.
He's a walking, living embodiment of everything he preaches. He is. This is not talk. This is not a teacher. He is what he says.
I'm like this
Yeah.
24/7.
Yes.
Shamanism.
How'd you
is
end
a-
up in Flushing, Michigan?
I asked myself that a few times.
Swore he'd never come back.
I swear to never come back to the
Yeah.
city or the state. But something told me I had to come back.
I keep
And
finding
ev-
stuck back here too.
And every client, every student that comes through that door confirms this is why I'm back. So, but shamanism isn't a religion, it's a way of life. You're not a healer 9 to 5, you're a healer 24/7. You are a shaman 24/7. You're a healer on all 4 levels, the mental / emotional is one. The spiritual, the physical, and soul level. You can't heal just one and neglect the other 3. You have to heal all 4 for the balance, the homeostasis, the health and well-being. So you have to be a counselor 1 minute. You might have to be a spiritual counselor another minute. You might have to be a physical healer. Or I may have to do a past life regression or a soul retrieval. But I will fix whatever is wrong with you one way or another. I will find the way. Because I don't believe there is no answers for all questions. If you have a question, there is an answer. If there is something wrong, there is a cure. You can fix anything. We've already proven we can regenerate, rejuvenate cartilage. We can regenerate, rejuvenate, and heal bones that have been broken for 25 years. It can be done. And has been done. 4.5 years of medical documentation that they don't have much to say other than, well, yeah, it happened. We don't know how they did it, but yeah, it happened. Because they have all the medical tests and everything else before we got the people. We're the last ones they come to. And I'm glad. Because all their tests, their blood tests and the labs and their x-rays and everything else, it's all there. It's proven. They have whatever it is. They come to us and they go back 4 weeks later, 6 weeks later, it's all gone. Or it's completely healed. They cannot deny that because they have all their own tests to confirm, yes, they had it. Now they have tests saying, no, they don't have it. And then the nice thing is the people believe in us and they keep coming back. And they bring the rest of their loved ones and their friends, and their children. And we're doing what we're meant to do. We don't have to brag about it. We don't have to do anything because our clients and students will go out and spread it around. You think a person that comes in here scared to death just thinks they're going to die in 2 months because of cancer? The doctors told them, you're going to die soon. And all of a sudden they find out they come to this place with a crazy blind guy that they go back out and they're cancer free. They feel great. They feel better than they ever did before. They have hope. We replaced fear with hope. We replaced stressing and worrying with health and well-being and confidence. And one of our clients came in here and right off the bat, I'm an atheist. Now she gives Cindy a big hug. Praise the Lord.
No way.
Wow, we did more healing than what we thought we were going to.
So she said, I'm no longer a heathen.
That's right.
Those were her words.
That's right. Every shaman, true shaman. I'm not a tribal shaman, we're a universal shaman. A tribal shaman is only of their village, of their people. If you are not of their people, they're not going to heal you. You could fall over dead. They don't care. They step outside their village, nobody else gives them recognition. You're nothing to them. A universal shaman is responsible for all living things. I treat animals. I do psychic readings on animals. I have a doggy client. She's a Doberman. She'll come in. I did a reading on her, and everything I said was correct. And she's got, now she'll come in, put her right arm up, because her wrist hurts. Then she turns around, puts her butt up to me because her hips hurt. She had a tumor on her left armpit. Okay, and she'll lay down and put her arm up so I can work on that. She's a little four-legged people. They love, they hurt, just like everybody else. I've done wolf rescue for like 17, 18 years. And I've had my face right down next to a wolf with his lips up, his fangs against my cheek, growling, while I'm getting him out of a spring trap. And they're standing there with a gun. I said, no matter what happens, if he tears my face off, you do not shoot this wolf. He's going to eat you. I said, no, he's not. He understands. So I pushed down so the trap would open. He took off about maybe 15, 20 feet on all three legs, holding his other one. Turned around and looked at me. That's the way he said, thank you. And away he went. I used to raise those wolves. I'd take home the cubs. Ranchers would stick their shotguns down in a den and pull both triggers. And I'd sort through all the dead little bodies and find one or two at the bottom that were still alive. Or I'd go and get them out of traps. Now, I wasn't picking up a 120-pound wolf, putting him in my car, but he would follow my car down the road, and I was afraid he'd get hit, so I opened the door and he got in the car. This is how I started getting the adult wolves. So I'd never been bitten by an animal, especially a wild animal. I picked up bobcats that were stuck in traps. Now, yeah, I would have some scratches. I mean, it's like a house cat. You can't help it. But they never bit me. I picked up a 60-pound raccoon that was hit on the road. In his back, his whole pelvis was crushed, internal injuries. People are like, he's going to eat you up, you touch him. That's about at least a 60-pounder, and he's hissing at you. He hurts. I picked him up. I had his head right here next to my neck. They all swear to God, he's going to tear your carotid artery up. I petted him. I talked to him softly until he died. I wanted him to feel love. I wanted to take away his fear and his pain, and I didn't want him to die alone because he was so scared and confused. He had no idea what had just happened to him. All he knew, he's going across the road, and all of a sudden some big monster with bright eyes just ran right over him. They don't understand. And I didn't want him to know that nobody cared, nobody noticed. People are like, you are really weird, Pierce. I'm like, if this is weird, then that's what I want to be. Because with that raccoon, you know, I just cried with him. Because I felt all his pain. I felt his fear. I felt everything. So, if that's weird, I don't want to be anything else.
Someone just told me a story about Abraham Lincoln falling back to take care of an animal, and all of his politicians thought that was so strange, but he felt really connected to this animal. And I can't remember the details now, but you just made me think of that.